So let's just, as you can see, without further delay, get right into it.
Alright. Well, we have our first player here. Right now, currently teamless, no longer en route.
You almost want to say it, don't you?
I almost want to say it. He's been so many times. It is going to be none other than Major, the king of TVT in the foreign scene.
Such a monster. Been playing really, really well. Very consistent in turn versus turn. Nonetheless, different matchup, different time. His opponent is right here in the bottom right on Coda. It is going to be Team Brawl's Cham.
Right. So there's no TVT at least for Major. If you look actually at his match record, you're going to see Major being pretty good. You know, he's going to beat a lot of the foreign players. Even some Koreans here and there. But if you look at his record, you're going to see like some losses here and there, some wins here and there. But look at his TVTs, and you're going to see like him 3-0ing it in 10s a while back. Like sure, it's a while back, but still he like a 3-0. And then you look at every single TVT he's had, and like the first 5 of them were like complete
like
acing.
2-0, 3-0.
Yeah, 2-0, 3-0, 2-0.
Major actually, this was quite a while back, but he did spend some time in Korea.
Yeah.
Where he was practicing. And of course that must have done something for him. Like I said earlier, Major actually hates flying. So
he became Superman. It sounds like one of those stories that like, well, that was this one day in
he
Korea.
got really tired of having to take flights and stuff like that, and wait around in terminals, so he just learned how to fly.
No, I was talking about like how he went to Korea. You're talking about the fact that something happened when he was in Korea.
Oh.
Sounds like one of those Spider-Man stories. Like, well, he went to Korea to practice, but one day...
He got bitten by a radioactive byung. And then he became really good
the
at
Korean bunny bit him.
And then he became really good at TVT.
Oh,
or maybe yeah. So
I didn't see that one coming.
Anyway, like I said, he spent some time in Korea nonetheless, and must have done something for him. And I think it's definitely a shame that he doesn't like flying. Because imagine if you would be shipping this guy out all over the place, right? He would be like an insane TVT sniper.
I heard this guy is one of the players. Like, I have no idea personally about how he practices, etc. But I heard that this guy has like tons of talent. So even when he doesn't practice as much, like
he can just like get right into it.
Exactly. Like I heard that sometimes, like when he takes it down, like on the down low, he just like takes a few days to practice again, and he's right back at it. We see people like, for instance, Nanawa, who was amazing. And now has
one of the best foreigners of all time.
Exactly, and then right now he has to kind of pick himself back up. It's taking a lot of time. Major seems to be kind of opposite almost, where he's always going to be really freaking good if he goes to an event. Like, even if he's out of shape, he's going to get into shape, like, so quickly that it doesn't even matter, almost. It feels like it, because tell me the last time you saw a Major in a TVT that is, like, performing badly.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm just going to say no, haven't seen that lately.
No one has. It's like the unicorns. You want to see it, but it never happens.
It's like, it's a very rare sight.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a unicorn? No, you haven't.
No, but but have you seen Major, like, get crushed in TVT? I haven't.
Me neither.
See?
I'm trying to remember,
yeah,
but
there you
it's
have
impossible.
it. It's like literally the same thing.
Yes.
Anyway, do you know what? We have 4 Marines out on the map, Alex. And they're going to find an Overlord.
No, they won't.
Because I just made that up. That was a lie.
Well, you try at least.
I did try. One thing, though. 2 in each gas for Major. And do you know what we saw earlier today?
Yes, I do know that.
We saw a second factory off of 2 in each gas. Not with the 3rd command center, but we have the tech lab started. Is he going to go after that second factory?
Yeah, it's a bit too early, though, for the tech lab, I feel. Because otherwise you go for factory with the reactor and then into another factory, then tech lab usually.
Yeah, because look, he hasn't started starport, so... Well, it's, I guess it's not going to be Blue Flame. That makes me a little sad.
Yeah.
No starport either, so... It's going to be a fairly slow start in Major, looking to go for that economical focus with a quicker 3rd command center before any additional tech. Cham, though, preparing himself nicely with these Spore Crawlers, getting his 3rd as well.
So right, I know a lot of people are going to wonder, who is Cham? Like, who the heck is this guy? Well, this is the guy who took out Jim Rising 3-1, so
oh, yeah, yesterday.
You better respect him.
That's no small feat. I'll tell you that. A bit of an upset. Actually.
I think a bit more than just a bit. Like, Jim Rising is still considered to be a really strong Zerg player.
One of the better Latin American players.
Yeah, absolutely. I would bet him as a top 4. Absolutely.
I mean, he's like up there with Killers and Major. I mean, in terms of local results, at least.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, looking at the infrastructure, you know, for Major, he's got the third CC, getting those double engineering bays, and adding in more racks, starting that stim. So, for now, just sort of kind of laid back game, really, and think they're going to be spending this very first map to sort of get a feel for each other's play styles, see if there's any sort of opportunity to perhaps find holes in the front line of your opponent, and like maybe I can exploit that next game. You know.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see if Cham can actually take some games off from Major, but I'm going to say Major, by like default, is going to be the most favored one here. But then again, we haven't seen anything from this guy for, as I said before, about 2 months. So I want to see this guy get into a long macro game. I want to see the entirety of his mechanics. Every single decision he makes. Look at this. Right away. Goes in. Tries to get a few drones, but will not give up his advantage. This is something you see really good players do. They go in too far with the Hellions and start losing them to roaches, to queens, to spine callers.
The entire thing of like overextending, throwing away units, because so many people go like, yeah, well, I'm killing drones, yay, this is really good. But then suddenly, okay, no more map control. And I definitely agree with you. I really like to see that sort of approach to the game where you just play to conserve your units. Like, instead of giving away your units and killing 5 more drones, you kill 2 or 3, and you retain the units, and which means you can have the opportunity to make another 5 or 6 additional swing-ins, you know, depending on for how long you keep those alive. It just really gives you more options than to blindly throw away those units. So, kudos here to Major.
Whoa.
Well then, hello, Cham.
Whoa, Cham, what is happening? So what we saw was a pre-10-minute 4th base, pre-10-minute infestation pit, and now Overlord drops? What is going on? What is he planning? He can't go Swarm Host, and you know what? You can't go Lurker drops either. What is this?
This isn't Legacy of the Void
Oh
yet.
my god. Is this the 4 Infestor hit
Oh,
squad?
he's gonna, if he goes with these Infestor up, that's gonna be really sick. Goes for super quick hive, 11-minute hive. As Major is pushing out across creep, it does drop a scan. Is going to clean up some of these tumors. Loses a creep spreading queen, and now he's staying right out of that vision range.
Yeah.
Bailing speed not yet done. There we go. Just finished up.
Important notes. There are no muters and won't be any, because we're going to see an old school style from Cham, which leaves out the muters and goes straight into Infestors instead. These drops are so dangerous.
Yes, this is actually a bit of corner cutting that I don't really like.
Whoa, that's a tactical pause, if anything.
Cham realizing, wait, I forgot my spire. Give me 10 seconds to sort of regain my composure. But no, so yeah, we've sort of seen this consistently just in these past 2 or 3 days. People kind of skipping out on spire.
Yeah, but not like this though, because we saw a very we saw people like kind of like getting it but not getting as many muters, or kind of delaying it.
That was Pig actually.
Yeah, Pig did that a lot.
Wait, he only got like 9 to 12 meters, very low numbers.
Yeah, even 7 at one point. But the problem here is that what we see is what we saw when before they nerfed the Infestors for Heart of the Swarm. We saw Infestors having instant fungal, so you could always hit them almost.
Oh, that's true.
So the thing is this. Right now he's going for that old school Wings of Liberty style, but also very, very, very quick hive. The overall drops is a bit peculiar, I have to say, but I think that's just actually an added gimmick, because I think the main composition at this point, getting such an early hive can only be one thing really. Unless he wants to turtle up and go for Broodlords, which is probably a suicide at this point.
I don't think that's going to work.
I think it's going to be Ultras, and making sure that you're just going to hit those fungals. And if you hit the fungals and have Ultras, you're going to cut everything
Yeah,
apart.
it's like that's... we were touching upon that briefly. Like, Ultralisk actually have really good damage, but
and health as well.
Yeah, but the hard thing is to gap close versus the opposing army.
Yeah.
But of course, with fungals, it gives you that... it gives you the remedy to the fact that it's so difficult to get close up. Because you lock everything down once you start landing those fungal growths.
Yeah.
So, you know, might as well, just as you say, see some really quick teching towards Ultras. It's not even going to have 3-3 for them. He might be able to squeeze in 2-2 before we see the first initial Ultras start hatching. But nonetheless, the setup for Cham, I feel, is pretty good. The only thing that's sort of keeping him back is the fact that he's not going to have any direct way to actually deal with the drops. So he's going to have to rely on not only catching the drops with his Infestors, but he's also going to have the units in position. And it is definitely going to strain like the position that he's going to be in.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Kind
and
of stretched, you know, with this quick full space.
Yeah, it is very interesting though, especially going for the overall drop. So I'm thinking he probably will try to survive the first few pushes from Major, and then he's going to try to like drop to buy some time to get those ultras. The one issue though, there'll be nothing to kill Medivacs. Although Fungus can catch them, you should never get that super high density fungal. It doesn't really happen. You never really see the Medivacs stack so well that you can kind of catch them like mutas. So sure, you might hit like 5 of them or 6 of them, but you should not be able to a chain fungal rather, that many Medivacs to death.
No, it's kind of hard to catch. Anyway, so we just got an update, right, from our admin. What's going to happen is that we're going to actually remake from replay, guys. So we'll have a quick intermission as just everything is getting sorted out. Cham had some hardware issues, so hopefully he'll be back and all of that will be resolved. But like I said, we'll be back with you guys here, casting the Copa America. Don't go anywhere, because we've just started our last series.
Yeah, which of course is going to be a best of 5. It's still the first game though.
Yes, so you know, we're just on the eve of this
this cast, I guess, or this event.
or
you're talking about series?
I was gonna say like
You're talking about
so
series?
the struggle for Premier League.
Well, struggle for Premier League.
Struggle for Premier League.
Well, we're already halfway there, to be honest.
We're halfway. We are. But with that said, we will be right back with you here, guys. So don't go anywhere.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Copa America, aka the WCS Challenger for Latin America. And I'm actually not going to have that mouthful once again. But right now, we're going to see who is going to get into Premier League. We already saw Killers beat Cats 3-0, and we had some connection issues, or rather some computer issues from Cham.
One of our guys. One of the guys playing right now in the second series. And as you can see, we've actually made it back. We recovered the game.
So it seems like they're just waiting for everyone to be ready, and we're going to jump into it as soon as possible. Now, we did have that engagement just about to happen, which is going to kind of happen again. And it seems like they are both ready. So let's jump in game, shall we?
Perfect. So, guys, as you can see, countdown. 3, 2, 1, and bang! There we go. A Baneling dies right off at the start of things, and this drop has been deflected for now. So, remember, to any of you guys just tuning in, Cham actually playing it... very old school, playing towards those infestors, getting Overlord drops. No Mutalisks with this. And that, of course...
Oh, he cancelled them. It must have been a mistake then.
Oh, he cancelled the...
Overlord drops.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. He cancelled it.
Okay, good. Good to know.
But so no Mutalisks at least. So he doesn't really have any way to deal with this drop. And as you can see, it's now Major is going to be really flexible and have lots of mobility that you can play around on this map. Hitting this fourth base now, Cham grabbing that as a like astounding 10-30 together with that or hive that he got. Not really coming into play. Nonetheless, we're sort of hitting this point in where Cham has to defend. And once he reaches the massive army that he's sort of trying to get to, that's when he'll be going for massive frontal attacks. But until then, it's just all about not taking too much damage from all of this harassment.
Well, right now we see Adrenaline started for Cham already at 13 minutes in. That's one of the quickest I've seen in a while. Now, Mage's doing an amazing job here with his Medivacs, and he did see the hive on the way, so he knows he has to be very aggressive. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Ultra's Cavern. It's going to happen.
Yeah, ow. Another Queen goes down there to that Widowmine. Starts an Overseer now, so he's going to be able to deal with it. Operating off of 8 gas, which is kind of good. Ultralisks, of course, very gas-intensive units, 200 per Ultralisk. Major, though, does not want this base to stay alive, and he's going to go and hit it right now.
And right now he's so far up in army, really, because of the huge greed here of Cham. And right now Major pushing in with a lot of Hellbats, and, well, even Widowmines to assist in the back here. It's all about those banes, though!
Getting a fairly good sandwich, and he actually cleans up a lot of this bio. A handful remains. There's a couple of roaches on the ground. Not too much, really. More lings in production.
Spine falls.
Yeah, so this hatchery getting really low. It's in the red. One transfuse goes down. That's not going to be enough to keep this alive. And now Major is going to pull up and get out of there as he's behind this pressure, getting a fourth base of his own. But you know what, Alex? I don't even think he's done. He's just gonna prepare, load up, go for another attack, hit that main.
This is exactly what Major needs to do right now. He's just going to load up as much as he can and keep dropping left, right, left, right, left, right. Find bases, try to shut down Cham, because he knows how greedy this guy just was. And look at Cham's bank. He's right now supply blocked at 1300, and he can't even get those ultras out.
He's making a single Ultralisk.
That's not going to do anything against these Marauders.
Definitely not going to be enough. And even 3-3 started. Drop coming into the main here. And getting a couple of drones, he's going to bring down this Spore Crawler. Look at this, one Widowmine to go with this. This is actually a very important fact that he has it. Because, I mean, look at that, just instantly evaporating those Zerglings. And now it's going to be really hard. He's already trading very cost effectively here with these drops. And he's maintaining the army presence on the left-hand side as well. So he's just sort of pulling Cham apart in game number 1.
Look at that. This is wonderful play from Major. I mean, just this drop has been performed so well, dropping like individual Marines to kill every single Baneling. And here comes again, to the left-hand side. And he drops in the natural at the same time.
Okay, so he's going to lose the Medivacs a little sloppy, right, not paying attention. But you know what? He's at 200 supply at this point.
He's just cleaning supply at this point.
Yeah, 3-3, almost done. It's halfway done for our Terran. Started the upgrades now for the Zug. The first Ultralisk has made his way in. A lot of friendly fire, actually, there on that Widowmines, but still, a single Ultralisk is not going to be enough. I mean, look at the damage over that bio. That Marauder actually doing a ton of work. Did stay alive for a little longer than anticipated, but nonetheless, just these little forces, or strike forces of Terran units, just doing such an excellent job.
They really are. Now getting Swarmos. Not really sure about that choice now with the new Swarmos.
Is that a mistake?
Well, let's see how many he has. 3. I mean, that's a lot of Swarmos for one mistake.
That's like 600 gas.
It is.
Which is 3 Ultralisks, in fact. Kind of flustered, perhaps, I don't know. Now he's got 2 Ultras on the field, and the splash combined is pretty strong. As you can see, actually, just one chop there, getting a handful of Marines. Major, though, now needs to be a little careful, because Adrenal Glance is done. 3-3 almost finished, and there we go, some more friendly fire, actually, on top of that bio. But now he needs to be very careful about this high ground, because he can engage without actually being in risk of losing any bio there to those Ultras. So the position, actually, for Major is really strong.
Major right now setting up his 4th base, building his 5th. He's going to be a 5 base against 4 soon, and, well, he's just killing off the Locust like nothing. Should be able to focus down the Ultra. It's good. Just great focus fire here from Major. And look at those units from the Zug just falling so quickly. GG from Cham, and Major is going to take that game, making it look easy almost.
Really pulling his opponent apart. The lack of Mutalisks just really hurting our Zerg there.